How terrifying are no man's lands? What kind of fearsome creatures live in the depths of the Kekexili Plateau? Why is this place known as a forbidden zone for humans? Our planet has many extremely perilous and deadly no man's lands. These places are fraught with danger and have such harsh environments that very few dare to venture into them. What makes these areas lethal? Today, let's explore the 3 largest no man's lands in the world and understand these life-devouring forbidden zones. If you like videos like this, please like and subscribe. 3rd place, Kekexili. This nature reserve is located in northwest China, nestled between the Tanggula and Kunlun mountains. Covering an area of 17,000 square miles, it is the largest and highest plateau in the world. The average altitude here is over 14,500 feet, and the annual average temperature is mostly below freezing, with the lowest temperature reaching -50 degrees Fahrenheit. It has a cold plateau climate with extreme temperature differences between day and night, making the environment very harsh. Apart from mountains, lakes, grasslands, and wild animals, it is almost uninhabited. The primary reason for this desolation is the natural environment. The high altitude leads to low oxygen levels, making it difficult for people or animals accustomed to lowlands to adapt. However, despite the harsh conditions, this area remains in a pristine ecological state, untouched by human activities. Compared to areas with frequent human activity, Kekexili's scenery appears exceptionally beautiful. The air transparency is very high, making everything seem extremely clear at a glance. But this picturesque place is, in reality, a life-devouring forbidden zone. Countless explorers have attempted to delve into Kekexili, only to abandon their efforts midway or meet their demise. Very few humans have truly ventured into the heart of Kekexili's no man's land. Besides the harsh environment, there are also many dangerous wild animals here. Kekexili is home to over 230 species of wild animals, including wolves, wild cats, wild yaks, snow leopards and bears, dangerous beasts capable of killing us. In the oxygen-deficient plateau environment, our physical strength is severely weakened. Encountering a wolf or bear, most people would not have the stamina to contend with such beasts, and our ability to escape would be significantly impaired due to altitude sickness. Additionally, the animals living in the plateau are often more ferocious and terrifying than those in lowland areas because they rarely see humans and may not fear us, particularly the wild yaks. Encountering a wild yak is extremely dangerous, as even staying in a vehicle might not ensure safety. An adult wild yak can weigh over 1,100 pounds, and an enraged wild yak can easily overturn a jeep. These animals become highly aggressive during mating season and have the capability to kill us, posing a significant threat. The wolves here are particularly aggressive, with many documented cases of attacks on humans. The most recent case involved a couple camping at an abandoned restroom, who were brutally killed by a wolf pack, leaving behind almost nothing but a leg, a very tragic story. However, on the Kekexili highway, a wolf has become an internet celebrity, often begging for food from passing vehicles, losing its wild nature in its eyes. But if you venture deep into Kekexili, far from the highway, you definitely wouldn't want to encounter a wolf, whether it looks like an internet celebrity or not. Apart from wild animals, there are also many quicksands and swamps here. Due to the plateau climate, there are places in Kekexili where a thin layer of permafrost covers underlying quicksand or swamps. If alone, falling into quicksand or a swamp would almost certainly result in death. Additionally, losing direction is another deadly factor in the no man's land. If you find yourself in the heart of Kekexili's no man's land, most of your electronic devices, including GPS and compasses, will likely fail due to the abundance of metallic mineral resources underground, causing compass malfunctions. In such an environment, losing direction is extremely terrifying. If you cannot exit the no man's land within the planned time and run out of food and water, you are likely to await death. Even if you find a large lake, the water here cannot be drunk, as these lakes are highly saline, and drinking this water will not quench your thirst but accelerate death. Few years ago, a girl's car broke down in the depths of Kekigzili. After waiting for 1 to 2 weeks without seeing anyone, and running out of food and water, she finally decided to attempt to walk out. The search team later found her body beside a saltwater lake, severely gnawed by animals. It is truly a cruel place, beautiful yet ruthless. Additionally, armed poachers frequently appear in this area. They are often numerous and heavily armed, and they are usually cold-blooded killers. If you encounter them, you might be silenced. Intense shootouts between police and poachers, as well as suspected murders related to encounters with poachers, have occurred multiple times in Hozil. From these various deadly factors, it is evident that the depths of Kekigzili's no man's land can be considered a forbidden zone for humans. Since 2020, access has been prohibited. Do not blindly venture into this area, as its danger level far exceeds our understanding. Second place, the Sahara Desert. Do you know how dangerous the depths of the Sahara Desert truly are? Located in northern Africa, the Sahara Desert is the largest sand desert in the world, covering an area of 3.6 million square miles, roughly the same size as the United States. It is a dry, desolate, and hopeless place. It is almost impossible to cross the Sahara Desert alone. As far as the eye can see, there is nothing but endless sand, with virtually no vegetation. The daytime temperature here can reach 130 degrees Fahrenheit, with the ground temperature of the sand exceeding 150 degrees Fahrenheit. At night, the temperature can drop to around 32 degrees Fahrenheit, resulting in extreme temperature fluctuations that humans cannot withstand. Under normal circumstances, a person can survive for 3 days without drinking water. However, in this desert, going without water for just 1 day could be fatal. The extremely high daytime temperatures accelerate the loss of water from our bodies, and finding a water source in such a place is nearly impossible. While there may be oases in the desert, they are very rare, and the chance of a lost person stumbling upon one is almost zero. However, heat and dehydration are not the only deadly factors here. Incredibly, in this extreme environment, a deadly animal still thrives, the desert viper. This venomous snake lives in desert areas, is easily angered, and highly aggressive. The fatality rate of its bite is extremely high, and without prompt medical treatment, death is almost certain. Besides venomous snakes, there is another deadly creature, the highly poisonous scorpion known as the Israeli deathstalker, also called the Palestine yellow scorpion. This scorpion may not look terrifying, but its venom is enough to strike fear into anyone. This little creature ranks 5th among the world's top 10 most venomous animals. Its venom is more potent than that of the king cobra, although it releases only a small amount of venom with each sting, its attack is still very deadly. In addition to the above two highly venomous creatures, you might also encounter African wild dogs, striped hyenas, Saharan cheetahs, and vultures here. In such an extremely harsh environment, any of these animals could potentially kill us. Even if you manage to avoid some dangerous animals, what awaits you next could very well be other humans. But don't be too happy too soon, because encountering humans in this place could be more terrifying than meeting venomous snakes. In the Sahara Desert, there are often local smugglers who are usually heavily armed and ruthless. They may have no mercy for strangers. In past desert death cases, it has been found that many of the deceased were killed by gunshots, and some even had their organs removed. In such a place, if you encounter danger, no one can hear your cries for help. The first place is Antarctica. The largest uninhabited area in the world is undoubtedly the Antarctic continent, located at the southernmost tip of the Earth. It is the largest freshwater reservoir in the world, with Antarctic ice accounting for more than 90% of the world's ice. The ice thickness here reaches over 13,000 feet. If all this ice melted, the Earth's sea level would rise by 190 to 260 feet, submerging most coastal cities. Surrounded by the Southern Ocean, Antarctica covers a total area of 5,500,000 square miles, which is 40% larger than Europe. Almost the entire Antarctic continent is covered by glaciers, with only 2% of the area not permanently covered by ice and snow, allowing for the survival of plants and animals. In most other areas, large organisms are almost non-existent. The inland environment is extremely harsh. Although there is ice and snow everywhere, it is extremely dry. The dryness is more severe than in the hot Sahara Desert, mainly due to the extremely low temperatures, making it difficult for water vapor to exist. The average annual precipitation across the Antarctic continent is only 2.2 inches, and some places have not seen rain for millions of years, resulting in very dry air. Even in an icy environment, our bodies can still be at risk of dehydration. Besides the dryness, the more deadly factor here is the temperature, which can drop to as low as -128 degrees Fahrenheit. In such temperatures, if our skin or fingers are exposed, just a few seconds can cause severe frostbite. Additionally, in the inland areas, there are more than 300 days a year with winds exceeding 62 miles per hour, sometimes reaching speeds of up to 223 miles per hour. This wind force is almost 3 times that of a Category 1 hurricane. This makes Antarctica the windiest and driest continent on Earth. In such an environment, the extremely low temperatures combined with strong winds cause our body heat to escape quickly. Without adequate warm clothing, one could easily be frozen forever here. When blizzards occur, visibility can become very low, making it impossible to see directions. The vast expanse of white ice and snow can also cause snow blindness, where the reflected sunlight from the snow damages our eyes, leading to decreased vision. Even more deadly are the crevasses. Because the entire continent is covered with ice and snow thousands of feet thick, some surfaces that appear to be snowy ground may actually be crevasses, like hidden traps that are difficult to detect. Falling into these crevasses could be fatal. Additionally, in the inland areas, there might be no food sources. The region is full of blizzards, with almost no plants or animals, leading to despair once food runs out. Although many research stations are stationed on the Antarctic continent, the researchers usually only operate around the stations and generally do not venture into the inland areas. There is a phenomenon called the Milky Sky. When sunlight shines on mirror-like ice surfaces, the ice immediately reflects the sunlight into the low clouds, which then scatter the light back onto the ice surface. This back and forth reflection creates a dazzling milky light, turning the surroundings into a foggy, milky white, making it hard to distinguish between the sky and the ground. This scene may look dreamy, but it can cause visual illusions, dizziness, and even unconsciousness. In 1971, an American piloting an LC-130 Hercules plane encountered the Milky Sky here, suddenly losing contact with the ground, and remains missing to this day. Moreover, many polar explorers have almost lost their lives due to encountering the Milky Sky. Alright, that's all for this video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe.